Hi everybody and welcome. My name is Dawn of Embracing Dawn, and this is a timeless reading for Cancer since we are now in Cancer season. So whenever you come across this message, although it's being recorded today, June 28th, I believe, whenever you come across it, it's the right time for you, Cancer. So we're going to start off with a focus for your message, and that's with a deck that I use, an oracle deck, and then we'll sort of an anchor to the message or focus for the message coming through. So we'll cut for that first and see what your focus is going to be, and then we'll move in, use some tarot to get deeper into your message, and then we'll end with some oracle cards as well. Okay, so Cancer, surrender denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. Okay, so this is about seeing things exactly for what they are. So it's in terms of in terms of sort of it is what it is thing, seeing it for the truth of it and recognizing that whatever the situation is, whatever this pertains to, it may be challenging, but that doesn't mean it isn't worth the effort, and it doesn't mean that it isn't for your benefit, because it could be for your benefit in the end, to move through the difficulties. And calling it into the light is always important. How many is that? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we've got 3 already. Calling something out, whether it's quote positive or negative, brings it to the light, and everything is easier when it's visible and it's in the light. You know, you can't hide it anymore. You finally speak it. You know how you're nervous because you might have to have a conversation that freaks you out and you're not really sure how you're going to handle that. And then you have that conversation, or you do that thing, and you feel so much more relieved. It wasn't easy for you, you know, but you pushed through and you did it, and facing that situation with acknowledging the difficulties for what they were allowed you to break through something and to find more peace, you know. So that's really what that's about. Now, Cancer, let's see. We've got 6 cards out. We'll cut for the rest, and we'll see what your message is. So give me a moment just to get your cards sorted and to see the story that's unfolding here. Okay, beautiful. So we've got some really positive things already so far. I don't read the cards as reversed or not. I just read them as they are and as the message comes through. So let's take a look at the story that is created for you around this. Okay, so this is beautiful. You've got some major arcana in here. We've pulled 9 cards, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. So almost half of them. So that major arcana usually speak to larger life events, and your regular tarot cards are usually sort of more day-to-day, less big impact events. So whatever's going on in terms of this situation that you're in, or the people that are around you that you're not really accepting for exactly what you see, you know, there's a good outcome here, and so let's dig into it, Cancer, and see. That's wonderful. All right, so right off the top here, we've got a good message with this King of Shells. King of Shells is emotion. That would be the cups. So our King of Cups is all about feelings and deep feelings, and sort of not letting yourself drown out the emotions. You know, he's very much about harmony. He's very much about integrity, emotionally stable, and very nurturing. So that's the energy of this king. Now, this king can embody a person, It can be any gender or identity. It's the energy of the card that is a more masculine energy, but it's not connected to whether that person on the physical plane, it doesn't matter how they identify. So you've got this beautiful energy that's here, that's available to you. And this could be, perhaps you're looking at someone and you're hoping that they would embody this energy and they're not. And perhaps it is that there's someone in your life that's coming along to help you and support you and to open your eyes and bring you this, this eye-opening, being able to see it from a different perspective, seeing it and acknowledging it for what it is. And you've got here the Sun, which is about vitality and joy, major arcana, and right on top of that, you've got 10, the Wheel, change and possibilities. So you've got some change, and with that change, and clearly you've got some change coming here, and with that change in perspective, that will open up possibilities for you that previously weren't there, Cancer. So if some of you are warming up to this message, if it's starting to connect, then please, listen along here, because you've got the Sun, vitality, and joy. So that's the outcome. In your recent past, this has been bubbling up. It might be something that hasn't quite emerged yet, or it's just emerging and you're sort of into it now and you're recognizing it. Get in with this King energy here. If this is a person that it represents in your life, or a person that's maybe going to contact you or come into your experience soon, opening up your perspective about seeing things, acknowledging the difficulty. You may get that support from this King energy to see the new possibilities. Things open up for you, and you've got this beautiful Sun energy where everything is joy. So there's joy to be had in recognizing the difficulties. It's okay for that to happen. So moving on here, we've got the Page of Crystals, and our crystal is our Pentacles energy. So this would be the Page of Pentacles. And this is ideas, discipline, being committed to learning. So this is about learning a new way. Pages are often more youthful and can represent people under 25. It can also just represent something new in this case with this page about learning. So you're learning a new perspective. Perhaps you're going to take a class of some kind, or an online seminar of some kind, something that sparks this connection and this trigger, this realization for you. And it could also be to ask you to embody this sense of being open to learning something new, being open to new perspectives, and opening up that heart space, opening up that mind, the third eye, your intuition, and letting all of that work together and flow. So with this energy here that we have with our Page of Crystals, we've got more Earth energy, 4 of Crystals, which is about control and security. So you've been feeling like if perhaps you acknowledge this difficulty, you're giving up power and control, and you just want to hang on to that control because you don't want to lose it. Maybe you're in a situation where you feel like you're going to lose it emotionally. You're just sort of hanging on. You don't want to admit it because that will create some guilt for you, perhaps. You've got this control issue because you're feeling like if you acknowledge this difficulty, whatever this is for you, that it's going to create a loss of power and a loss of security for you. And it's not, because you've got this number 6 major arcana, which is love. This would be the Lovers. You have a choice to make, and you need to trust in that choice. So coming back into this King energy, that could embody your partner. If this is a partnership situation, a love connection of some kind of union, it could embody this connection with your partner. It could be that you just have to love yourself enough to trust, but you see that there are 2 there and they're traveling together. So it's about trusting in that love that's presented to you, and realizing this could even be a situation where you're in a love connection, Cancer, and there's so much conflict somehow, or perhaps you've evolved or your partner's evolved and you've evolved along paths that are, they're going away from each other, and there's nothing wrong with that. As we grow and evolve, as spirits in human form, this is part of what our lives are all about, is to experience that love. And sometimes we come into each other's lives for a time and it's time to move on. And, you know, it can be painful. It can, no matter how aware you are or how willing you are to honor that process, you know, you experience emotions. That's who we are as human. But you're being asked to see this as, if it's not right, then if it's not right for you, it's not right for them. And you need to trust in either that self-love or the love of your committed relationship. And you need to take action of some kind from that loving space, you know, and be committed to that. And then moving on, you've got the 6 of shells, which is emotions, right? And that is all about sentiment and joy. So this is going to break open and it's available to you. You've just got to see and move through whatever this situation is for you and however that pertains to you, Cancer. And then you've got these beautiful, beautiful outcomes here in, you know, if this were past, present, future, in the future coming. As your outcome, you've got this beautiful 9 of crystals, which would be, again, the crystals are your pentacles energy. And 9 of pentacles is like, that's the abundance card, security, abundance, joy. Pentacles is financial, it's earthbound. It typically relates to material things, so stability in the home, stability in finances, stability all around. You've got this joy coming. And then you've got the Star, which is peace and healing, major arcana here. So Cancer, this is lovely. Like, I have goosebumps actually right now. This is a beautiful message about being able to take yourself out of something for a minute and looking at something from the perspective of, yes, okay, I see all of these, quote, positive and beautiful things, but I need to now see these things that are perhaps not so positive from your traditional, you know, yes, no perspective. And I just need to own that it's there. I just need to acknowledge and see it. And in the seeing it, you change the energy and you shift the energy. Maybe it's you that's difficult. You know, I haven't addressed that yet, but it's entirely possible that your perspective needs to change within this connection, this union, or just with yourself. And you've been feeling it and seeing it, and you've been feeling maybe shame or guilt, and you don't want to talk about it or, you know, fess up, so to speak, because then that means you have to own it. But that's a beautiful thing, being able to have the courage and this, you know, to own something and to forgive yourself and to forgive others or be forgiven by another. And that's that King of Cups energy. That's that beautiful energy that brings you into the Star, the Sun. Like, you've got some beautiful healing that's possible for you here, Cancer, just through giving up that control. Because when you give up that holding so tight, when you let yourself let it go, that's when the flow happens. That's when the universe opens up and says, okay, let's go. Let's give you what it is you're vibrating at, what you need, what you desire. And those things will come. Sometime when we're holding on to that outcome so tight, it's really difficult for us to move forward, because we're stuck in that energy we're holding on to, right? So, oh, this is too many, but these are definitely the ones that we want. So maybe we'll just take them. All right, so we've got some cards here that are about oils. So trigger statement, I can't breathe. So if you're feeling closed off around this, I open up to all possibilities. This is your truth statement. You are ready to let go of the suffering so you can take in new possibilities, release so you can receive. How perfect is that lined up with this? Being able to let go of that control so you can receive this beautiful, beautiful openness that's waiting for you. Like, it's just beautiful. Then you've got tension here. Trigger statement, I have nothing left. And you may be feeling like you're at risk that way, right? But your true statement is, I nurture myself. It's time to create that sacred space where you can be in that place of rest, healing, and unfold. So that's where perhaps you're not allowing yourself, Cancer, to see it. You're not nurturing your space, nurturing your mind, nurturing your heart in a way that you're being called to do. And just by acknowledging that things are hard and receiving support or shifting your perspective, if it's you that needs to shift, and being open to doing that with the loving support of learning something new and adjusting with others, because that support is in there with those other people. And then we've got, I'm boiling over. And the true statement is, I allow myself to feel. Give yourself space to decompress and take time to nurture your body, mind, and spirit. See? So that's, again, that same message is kind of repeating through here. That's absolutely beautiful. And the message is consistent. So if it is Cancer, that it's you, that you know the situation and it's external, the person, the feelings are yours, but it's an outside person, another person you need to address, then now's the time. You've got the support from the universe, and the outcome is really going to bring you this beautiful stability, this nine of, the Nine of Pentacles there, with that abundance and love, pure love coming in with the Lover's card. It's really just, it's an open opportunity for you to grow, and you're going to shift into a space that is new and unfamiliar, but it's absolutely what you want, right? So now, just to close it, we've got the Dove. Feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. So this is lovely, because that's, again, about the feels. It's allowing things in, and that opens you up into a new space. And Duck energy, find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you, and you do, Cancer, you absolutely do. And that last one is Hawk. Pay attention, a powerful message is being communicated to you now. And that message may come through this Page energy, this King energy. It could also just come through you being open to this process. So this is a really beautiful read, Cancer, and whenever you come across it, it is absolutely the right time. If you enjoyed it, please click like and subscribe and help me grow, and visit embracingdawn.com to see other things that I offer. Remember to live big and shine your light bright. Until next time.